Alright you guys, so it's been 6 amazing years, but the time has come and I think I'm emotionally ready to finally part ways. So here she is, my 92 ACURA NSX. So just some of the basics. She's NA1, 92, black roof on Formula Red, clean title, 114,000 miles currently, and I'm not sure what the Carfax has, but I think I'm the 4th owner, and it might have an accident on there, and if so, that happened under my ownership. And what it was I was parked at a car meet, guy was trying to park next to me and he scratched the front fender, and there was just a dent in the front fender, and that's the only damage that was done to the driver's side of the car. It was just the driver's side front fender, and if that's on there, that's the accident. I can post the photo on there. It was literally just car meet guy trying to park next to me. Other than that, 98,000 miles, water pump, timing belt were changed. That's also when the supercharger was installed on the car, and at about 102,000 miles, the supercharger kit itself was rebuilt and put back on. I have receipts for all of the work. It was done at Autowave. Tune was done at Autowave as well. The car makes about 360 to the wheels. Have a dyno sheet for that. It's the high boost pulley kit. It's actually quite rare, but it runs 8 psi. Car has 450 injectors, and it's on a AEM EMS V2 standalone ECU. Car has new gas lines and all that, and AM fittings, all that stuff, and you'll see in the engine bay when I show it. Also, for the engine mods, we have comptech headers, comptech test pipes, and a Pride V2 2.5-inch piping. It's actually a prototype one-off exhaust, and I love the way it sounds. It sounds super brutal compared to the normal one. The extra size on the piping, I think it just makes it a lot more raw and cracks and pops a little bit. It sounds really loud right now. Might be for everyone. But honestly, in the inside, when you're driving, the way the car is laid out with the engine in the rear, none of the exhaust piping goes through the cabin, and it actually doesn't sound loud at all from the inside. You almost forget how ridiculous this thing sounds from the outside. But the car will also come with the OEM cats. I ran it with that setup. It honestly sounds a lot cleaner. For most of you guys, you might prefer that, and it's about probably, I would say, 35 to 40% quieter. And that setup, you literally can barely hear the exhaust in the cabin at all. And that's just a testament also to like how well built this was from the factory, right? With cabin, the fit and finish, there's no squeaks or rattles in the inside at all. So now let's just, that's all the stuff for the engine. So I'll try to go over some of the exterior mods and parts list on this car, and then we'll get into sort of the condition of the vehicle, and I'll just try to show you guys the beauty shots so you guys have a really good idea of what kind of condition the vehicle is in. Alright, so at the rear here we have O2 carbon fiber rear valence. Really makes the car look a lot more modern, updates the look, has a kite rear diffuser, carbon fiber. It's a little scratched up on the bottom, but you really have to get underneath the car to notice and look at any of that, because the car is rather low. We also have the Honda center taillight here for you guys. So I couldn't find the OEM stuff. I know I have it, but so I wasn't originally gonna leave that on there, but you guys get that now. If you want the normal one, I don't know why you can source one. It's a lot cheaper than this and a lot easier to find. Other than that, on the rear, that's about it. We have the S2000 shark antenna here, so you don't have that metal one that sticks up 50 feet and looks like a satellite tower anymore. The car has tint on the rear glass and the windows. Not exactly sure what percent it is, but nothing crazy. We also have these carbon fiber inserts in the vents here. You can just take them off if you want, but it really gives a nice contrast to all the red, because normally it's just red here and you can't see that vent as well, and it really accentuates the door body lines. Up front, car now has the JDM style front fenders, so the amber is no longer there. It's no longer massive and huge. They're carbon fiber. Front bumper, we also have, this is the Shine Titech 2000 bumper. It's not going to be included in the sale. I have the OEM one, but I'll leave it on there in case you happen to want to buy the car with this front bumper on it and the OEM one. So you can let me know about that. The car is not going to come on these wheels. It's going to come on a set of OZ ultraleggeras in bronze, 17 by 18, or 17s in the front, 18s in the rear. You know, they're standard NSX fitment wheels. They look good. Will also come with the OEM ones, the 15, 16s. But I'm just throwing you guys the OZs because I refuse to see this car, you know, sort of subjected to being driven on those 15, 16 inch wheels there. However, you know, of course, if you do want the Avent Model 5s, you know, we can negotiate that in. They're actually brushed face, so they're not painted at all. They're just that's the raw metal of the wheel, and then they're just clear coated over. Other than that, car has slotted and drilled rotors in the front. But that pretty much does it for the exterior sort of mods. Oh, and the car's also on tein coilovers. So let's get into the inside here. Got the awesome NSX door handle placement. So stepping into the interior, the car is extremely clean, as you guys can see. I've updated the interior with these carbon fiber trim along the door panels here, as well as the center console. So we have a double din stereo in there, Pioneer. It's got Bluetooth, all that good stuff for you. Got the NSX Type R mesh shift boot in there, as well as the weighted shift knob. Like I said, I couldn't find the OEM shift boot and stuff, so I was gonna put that on there, but you guys will get this stuff instead. It's way nicer, looks way better, way more desirable. If you really want the other stuff, they're not that expensive, and you can put that on there instead. Let's see if we can see the odometer. 114,000 miles, 392 as she currently sits. Yeah, but everything in here is pretty much stock. We have this suede headliner. The entire headliner is wrapped in suede. Let me brighten this up so you can see that. All suede, all nice, down to the pillars themselves too. It comes down to the pillars, all wrapped in suede. So the seats, they're in really nice condition. You just have this slight like bolster wear here, but it's very normal. It's not like the leather's cracking at all. It's still very soft, very plush. Overall, you know, everything works. Front, back, everything works on the car. Also AC, all that stuff works still on the vehicle. Yeah, everything's really nice still. The car also comes with 2 sets of keys, and one of them is the titanium NSX key. Passenger side seat looks really nice. Carpets, don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, there's the carpet. It's gonna be the passenger door panel. It also has carbon fiber overlay on it as well. Oh, the car also has a retrofitted HID protectors in there, professionally done. So I think that's basically it for the car. Now I'll just try to go over the condition for you guys so you guys know exactly what you're looking at here. So for the condition, the car, like I said, it's all original paint. It shows extremely well for, you know, being 26 years old, 114,000 miles. It shows well for, you know, any car, regardless of that. A 2-year-old car, this car looks amazing. However, you know, there's gonna be small imperfections here and there, and I'll try to really showcase you guys that. But I think this video will give you guys a really good idea. I don't want anyone coming here and being surprised about what the car looks like, right? So, you know, like I said, 114,000 miles, so there's gonna be, you know, some stuff on the paint, just stuff that unavoidable. 114,000 miles, you know, rocks and stuff are gonna hit the car. The car has never been professionally detailed, or at least since I've owned it, I've never had anyone actually paint correct it or buff it, and I'm sure a lot of these little things could be taken out with a nice like $400 buff and paint correction. But other than that, the paint itself is really nice. Some of this carbon fiber stuff is yellowing a little bit just from being on the car. Yeah, but other than that, you know, like I said, the car is in really nice shape. There's some like nicks here on the spoiler here from being in storage. There's some scratches on this wing. This wing has pretty much never been on this car. It's always had a NSX R, type R carbon fiber wing. I believe there's some stuff in the paint here on the rear bumper, right here and right here. What else? But you know, like I said, I'm just gonna really try to go over the car here, let you guys see every part of the vehicle. This video is gonna be unedited and not color corrected at all. So this is the condition of the car. You know, there's little scratches here and there, but you know, there's really nothing with the car, you know. The other thing I forgot to mention is there is some scratch. There's a scratch on the hood here. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but there's a scratch on the hood, also from storage because it had a Type R hood on it. Yeah, but can't really see it, and I'm sure with the detail it'll come out, but there's a scratch on the hood over here. Yeah, but that's pretty much it on the whole car. So lastly, there are two things actually that I want to point out that's wrong with the car. The first one's not actually anything, but I've disabled the ABS system. The ABS pump and all that stuff still works on the car. I've just disconnected the fuse, so you just put the fuse back in, get it reflushed, and your ABS should be good to go. Or you can always upgrade to the O2 one, more modern system, better ABS. So the ABS will be on the vehicle. And that's just because I rarely drive the car, and when you don't drive this car with this old ABS system that's in here, it'll lock up and mess up the motors and stuff. So I've just taken that fuse out so I don't have to deal with that, because I drive the car like 200 miles every single year. The other thing is that these fenders aren't exactly paint matched, and you're gonna notice that when you come here, so I want to point that out. It's not like they weren't done professionally. They were done at DTM Auto Body, pretty well-known shop in the area. Yeah, so here they are, these front fenders. I was pretty upset at them, but they said, you know, this is what it looks like. They're carbon fiber. They're not going to be able to match it correctly, but I thought that was BS, but here they are. So those are the two main things. And then, oh yeah, this is a new thing. So this the struts in the trunk aren't strong enough anymore. So pop the trunk here. So when we get into the trunk here, you'll see, lift this up, and it doesn't want to stay up. That just happened. Like I said, the car always had the carbon fiber wing on there, and This one is the stock one's a lot heavier, so I guess after all those years of only having the carbon fiber one on there, they just got used to that. They did work and do its job when they had that carbon fiber one on there, but now they're not strong enough to hold that. Other than that, you know, the car is in very good condition. All the maintenance stuff is done. Oh, I completely forgot, the car has a Spec III Clutch. Yeah, that was installed when the other stuff was put in the car too. I've had this car for 6 years, and I strongly believe, you know, that this will be the best car I ever owned for many, many reasons. And I'm pretty sad to see her go. It's gonna be a hard day, but you know, I don't really drive the car, and it's the end of an era and it's time to move on, experience other cars, etc., etc. And I hope next owner enjoys her as much as I did, and I really hope she goes to a enthusiast owned person. There you guys, so I'll try to get some driving clips for you guys, try my best. Here's the cold start. Yeah, the brake lamp light is on. I'm gonna go literally to the store and put a new brake bulb in there. One of them's just out. So pull her out, drive her around a little bit, show you guys everything's good. I'll show you guys the headlights. So that's the brake lamps on for that. I'm gonna go do that like right now. Here's the car, these are the projectors. So the car has HID projectors in there. They're not cheap projectors, they're installed correctly and everything. And I haven't showed you guys in here, so I'll show that under the trunk since we're here. Under the hood here. Nothing special, just thought I'd show it. This is like for the HID projector install. I don't know if you can read that. Yeah, but pretty much all stock in here. Put the spare tire back in. I don't know, it's pretty useless, but I just threw it back in there for the sale. I've had it out of the car ever since I've owned it. Yeah, so those are the projectors. I guess this is what the car sounds like at idle from the outside. It smells and stuff because it's catless. Alright, should be good now. I'll take her around the block for you guys. Yeah, warmed up. I'm not really sure how well this is gonna go. It's gonna be super hard to do. But I'm gonna try my best to show you guys the car driving. As you guys can see, car's pretty loud. But you know, inside the cabin, you know, like I'm not talking over my normal voice. Yeah, this is really difficult. The car with no power steering and one hand. So, you know, everything, you know, trying my best here, but this is what it sounds like with the windows down. Let me put the windows up for you guys. 1 second. This is gonna be the car with the windows up. There's the ABS light because, like I told you guys, ABS disconnected. So here's what it sounds like with the windows up. So, like I said, not too crazy inside. I'm talking really quietly right now, honestly. This is a little bit louder, but you know, I'm not yelling. This is a pretty hard car to drive with one hand, not gonna lie, but yeah. Alright, I'm gonna try to give it a little bit more gas here. But nothing too crazy as we're in my neighborhood, but just so you guys can hear the car from the inside. That's the car at like 3K. Get a nice lot of little burbles. Yeah, so there she is.
See if he wants me to get him driving by again.